So welcome to the Friday concert of songs that are almost as funny as the ones I thought were funny last week.
However, biscuits in the oven is really funny.
Yeah, that is a good one. Get your biscuits in the oven and your buns in bed. So Thurman's like those hymns.
It's a fantasy.
Everybody has to praise somehow.
Just be sure that it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions and millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you kiss me, I will die. Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. So that's the old song. I think Ink Spots, maybe Fats Domino. But a lady named Rachel Menke sang these words to it, updated it for modern times. Just be sure it's true when you say I'll text you. It's a sin to not reply. Hours and hours I'm waiting till my phone starts vibrating. I heart you, yes I do, I heart you. If you ping me, I will sigh. Be sure it's true when you say I heart you. It's a sin to tell a lie. It's a sin to not reply. It's a sin to not reply. We've done this one on Cowboy Nights, and I told you we did this song way before the Oak Ridge Boys did. And we used it for a break song, and then we told jokes kind of at the end of the song. We kind of described this lady, and you know, she was so skinny she had to jump around in the shower to get wet, and she turned sideways, stuck out her tongue. People thought she was a zipper, and her mama was so fat when she sat around the house. So I thought I would do this one because we thought it was funny, didn't know it was $1 million song. And then I have a joke that I have to tell my friend Ron, who was looking for a groundhog joke. So I'm going to send him this so he'll have, I've moderated the joke a little bit to put a groundhog in it, but it's close enough. But the song is, hey Elvira, hey Elvira, my heart's on fire for Elvira. Ooh, I got a girl that's sweeter than grandma's cherry wine. She's got what it takes to make my little heart shine. No, I get a funny feeling all up and down my spine, because I know that my Elvira's mine. Elvira, Elvira, my heart's on fire for Elvira. I said, giddy up, papa, home, papa, mow, mow. Giddy up, home, papa, mow, mow. Hi, oh, silver, all the little love that I can. She's gonna jump and holler, 'cause I saved up $2. We're gonna search and find that preacher man. Elvira, you can sing along in this part. Elvira, my heart's on fire for Elvira. I said, giddy up, on Papa Mountain. Giddy up, on Papa Mountain. High, oh, silver away. So we would kind of play background music, and then we'd tell these stories. And one of the stories that they told about Elvira is about the fellow that was going to the market on a hot day, and he happened to have this groundhog under one arm and a chicken under the other arm and a basket on the top of his head. And it was getting real hot, so he was walking by Elvira's house on the way to the market and thought he'd go get some water. And he went up to the door, and she came to the door and asked if he could get some water. And she says, well, I can't let anybody in the house because I'm here by myself, but we have a spring with a pump on it and a tin cup. You can go down to the spring and get some water. And he said, I can't very well do that because I have this groundhog under one arm and this chicken under the other arm and this basket on the top of my head. How am I going to work that pump? Would you go with me? And she says, oh, I don't know. I says, out there in the woods, just the two of us. She says, I'm afraid you might try to take advantage of me. And he said, how could I take advantage of you? I got this groundhog under one arm and this chicken under the other and this basket on the top of my head. And she thought for a moment. She said, well, you could put the groundhog on the ground and put the basket on the groundhog, and I'll hold the chicken. Elvira, Elvira, my heart's on fire for Elvira. I said, giddy up, on Papa Mountain. Giddy up, on Papa Mountain. High, oh, silver away. We played that for 3 years and had no idea there was money in it. We just thought it was city boys. We thought that was funny. So this is one that gets in your head and you just kind of keep singing until your wife tells you to shut up. So, oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I used to have me a girlfriend, but I guess she couldn't compete with all of them love-starved women. Keep clamoring round at my feet. I probably could find me another, but I guess that they're all in all of me. Who cares? I'll never get lonesome, 'cause I treasure my own company. Sing along with me. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. It must be a hell of a man. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I guess you could say I'm a loner, a cowboy alone, tough and proud. I could have lots of friends if I wanted, but then I wouldn't stand out in a crowd. Some folks say I'm egotistical. Hell, I don't even know what that means. I guess it has something to do with the way that I fill out my skin-tight blue jeans and t-shirts. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. But I'm doing the best that I can. Well, I've been working on this song, and it is it's one I should know, but the words, I have trouble remembering words that are don't make a lot of sense, and I have real trouble in words that are in a foreign language. So, but I did wear my Hawaiian shirt. Well, I packed my bags and bought myself a ticket from the land of the poor palm tree. Aloha, old Milwaukee. Hello, Waikiki. I just stepped down from the airplane when I heard her say, wacka wacka nooka-licka, wacka wacka nooka-licka, would you like a lay? Oh, let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, whisper in my ear. Kikapuka maka wawahini are the words I long to hear. Lay your coconut on my tiki, what the heck a mooka mooka dear. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, they're the words I long to hear. John Prine wrote this one, and it's got ukulele in it. Oh, it's a ukulele Honolulu sunset. Listen to the grass skirts sway, drinking rum from a pineapple out on Honolulu Bay. The steel guitars all are playing while she's talking with her hands. Give me, oka-doka, make a wish, I wanna poke a look. I understand words, I understand. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, long in my head. Lay your coconut on my tiki, that's not right. Kikapuka maka wawahini are the words I long to hear. Hard to remember that. What the heck, a mooka mooka, let's see. Lay your coconut on my tiki. What the heck, a mooka mooka dear. Let's talk dirty in Hawaiian, they're the words I long to hear. Well, I bought a lot of junk with my moolah and sent it to my folks back home. Never had a chance to do the hula, I guess I should have known. When you start talking to the sweet wahine, walking in the pale moonlight, Open over water, said a knock a rock a Cisco back. I hope I said that right. Oh, let's talk dirty in a white and words I long to hear. Open over mooka mooka weenie, all the words I long to hear. Oh, you had a coconut on my tiki. What the heck, the mooka dear? Let's start dirty in Hawaiian, they're the words I love to hear. Let's start dirty in Hawaiian, those are the words I long to hear. I get my tongue tangled around my eye teeth, and I can't see what I'm saying. So I did promise a little John Prine today, and that's my newest one from him. And I will learn those words, and I will be able to remember them for 9 or 10 minutes probably. but eventually I'll get it. This is the first song that I ever learned to sing and play. I had an older brother who at our house was his job was being the singer, so he would laugh at me if I tried to sing, and it wasn't until he was he'd left the house before I started to sing, and I was at a summer camp, and people were playing guitars and singing folk songs, and somebody taught me 3 chords, and I was still not a good singer, but I really had no idea of where pitch was when I started out. And what I learned is that if you sing something that has funny enough words, people will listen, and they don't care what you play like, and they don't care what you sing like, as long as you sing loud enough. They don't have to be good, but loud enough that people can hear the words. So this is a John Prine tune, the first song I ever sang in public. It's called Spanish Pipe Dream. I have no idea why it's called that, but she was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol. I was just a soldier on my way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest against about the time that the jukebox broke. She gave me a peck on the back of the neck, baby, these were the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away your paper. I moved to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on the road. Well, sat there at the table, I was acting real naive. I knew this topless lady, she had something up her sleeve. She danced around the barroom, yeah, she did the hoochie coo. She gave me a peck on the back of the neck, baby, these were the words she spoke. Blow up your TV, throw away the paper, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Well, I was tired and hungry and about to leave that place. Just as I was leaving, she looked me in the face. Said, you must know the answer. She said, no, we'll give it a try. And to this day, we've been living our way, and I'll tell you the reason why. Blew up a TV, threw away the paper, we moved to the country, built us a home, had a lot of children, fed them on peaches. They all found Jesus on their own. They all found Jesus on their own. Now, I do better singing, trying to remember the words of something I learned 40 years ago. And I don't know why that is. So this is another little banjo hillbilly tune that gets played a lot around banjos and hillbillies. His uncle, I think of Grandpa Jones as the one that played this, but which the words were funny 40 years ago, 50 years ago. But somebody in the 70s taught me some new words, so do you all know Mountain Dew? You've all heard Mountain Dew. So you know those words, the verses of the word. Let's see. Oh, there's a big hollow tree down. That's a big hollow tree down. Well, we're going to start. They call that old Mountain Dew, and then they refuse it, I feel. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Now my Auntie June wears the smelliest perfume. It smells to high heaven to you. But much to our surprise, when we had it analyzed, it was good old Mountain Dew. Now Lord, he is sawed off and short, stands about 4'2", but he thinks he's a giant when you give him a pint of that good old Mountain Dew. They call it that old Mountain Dew, and they refuse it, I feel. I'll hush up my mug and fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. So if we're playing with a bunch of people, I let them sing all those old verses, and then it's my turn, and I sing them this one. My brother Harry, he runs a mortuary. When you're gone, he'll preserve you like new. He'll suck out your blood and he'll inject a flood of that good old Mountain Dew. Well, they call it that good old Mountain Dew, sing along. And then they refuse it, I feel. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Again, this was the 70s. My sister died, she tried cocaine and pot, and I know that she used to sniff glue. But she gave up on drugs when she found one of my jugs of that good old Mountain Dew. Well, they call it that good old Mountain Dew, and they refuse it, I feel. I'll hush up my mug if you fill up my jug with that good old Mountain Dew. Just when they think they've heard it all, I have one more verse for them. My brother Bill's got a farm on the hill, and he makes quite a bit, I am told. Yeah, in between the rows, said you ought to see it grow. It's that good old Acapulco gold. Well, they call it that Acapulco gold, and then they refuse it are old. I'll hush up my bong if you fill up my. I'll hush up my song if you fill up my bong with that good old Acapulco gold. So this, I don't know, where are we getting on? I guess we got a little time. Driftwood tune. Jimmy Driftwood was a folk musician and a school teacher in Timbo, Arkansas, about 35 miles from where my parents retired, and we used to go listen to him sing. He wrote the words to 1814, we took a little trip down to Colonel Jackson. And the tune is a fiddle tune called the 8th of January, and the 8th of January was the Battle of New Orleans, if I have that right. And he wrote those words to get his 8th graders interested in American history. So you never know. But this is a tune called Down in the Arkansas. I knew a man, his name was Jack, down in the Arkansas. He had a hog called a Razorback way down in the Arkansas. Strangest thing you ever heard down in the Arkansas. He used that hog to shave his beard way down in the Arkansas. Down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas. Prettiest thing I ever saw lived down in the Arkansas. Slobbered bad down in the Arkansas. I took him to my old granddad way down in the Arkansas. Grandpa, what should I do with it down in the Arkansas? He said, teach that cow to spit way down in the Arkansas. Oh, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas. Prettiest gal I ever saw lived down in the Arkansas. I chased that gal all over the hill way down in the Arkansas. Her daddy got mad and spoiled her fun down in the Arkansas. He tied the knot with an old shotgun way down in the Arkansas. Oh, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas. Prettiest gal I ever saw lived down in the Arkansas. When I was just a little lad down in the Arkansas, my mom got married to my dad way down in the Arkansas. Grandpa got mad and cussed a while down in the Arkansas, till Grandma said it's labor style way down in the Arkansas. Down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas. Prettiest gal I ever saw lived down in the Arkansas. Down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas, down in the Arkansas. Prettiest gal I ever saw lived down in the Arkansas. So, I think of this as John Prine's last song, but it's his last album, I guess. And it's his vision of heaven. And it is a very nice vision of heaven, I guess. And it's kind of a recitation and song together. Glenn would be proud of me for having a recitation in the middle of a song. He's great at that. When I get to heaven, I'm going to shake God's hand and thank him for more blessings than one man can stand. Then I'm going to get a guitar and start a rock and roll band. Check into a swell hotel. Ain't the afterlife grand? Afterlife grand? Yeah. Then gonna get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Gonna smoke a cigarette that's 9 miles long. Gonna kiss a pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl, 'cause this old man is going to town. Then as God is my witness, I'm getting back into show business. I'm gonna open up a club called the Tree of Forgiveness and forgive everybody that ever done me any harm. Well, I might even invite a few choice critics, those syphilitic paralytics, buy them a pint of Smithwick's and smother them with my charm. Then I'm gonna get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Gonna have a cigarette that's 9 miles long. Gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl, 'cause this old man is going to town. Yeah, when I get to heaven, I'm gonna take this wristwatch off my arm. What are you gonna do with time after you bought the farm? Then I'm gonna go find my mom and dad and good old brother Doug. I bet he and cousin Jackie are still cutting up a rug. I'm gonna see my mama's sisters, 'cause that's where all the love starts. I miss them all like crazy, bless their little hearts. And I will always remember the words my daddy said. He said, "Buddy, when you're dead, you're a dead peckerhead." I hope to prove him wrong. That is when I get to heaven, 'cause I'm gonna get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Gonna have a cigarette that's 9 miles long. Gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl. Yeah, this old boy is going to town. This is where John had a kazoo. Say it with me one time. Gonna get a cocktail, vodka and ginger ale. Gonna have a cigarette that's 9 miles long. Gonna kiss that pretty girl on the tilt-a-whirl, 'cause this old man is going to town. 'Cause this old man is going to town. When this old man gets to heaven, I'm gonna look up John Prine and have a cocktail. So we've got time for one or two more. You guys you're comfortable enough to do one or two more? All right. For those of you who've not been here before, these concerts started out like 2 weeks after COVID came, and everything was shut down, and we had nothing going on at the clubhouse, and no entertainment any place in town. So I started doing a concert on the porch at 4 o'clock, because we used to come out and get mail at 4 o'clock. And then you would get out and Janice Miles would be there and she'd wave at you, and the neighbors would wave at you, and pretty soon there'd be a cocktail party. And so we recreated that by having a 4 o'clock concert. And it was outside so people could be socially distanced. And it was 25 minutes long, because that's about as long as most of the bladders could stand. And nobody wanted you in their house to use their bathroom. So we've come a long way. Sometimes you find a treasure and you never know when you're going to find a treasure. This was off an album from the 25-cent bin. And I listened to the whole thing. Well, I listened to the beginning of all the songs, except one which I listened to the whole way, and it was worth the 25 cents. So Here's my 25-cent song. I'm alone. I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I'm as lonely as can be. I'm lonely 'cause of how you've been treating me. I'm lonely, and I do wish I were free. You've been treating me like a dog treats some old tree. I'm lonely. I'm as lonely as can be. I'm lonely 'cause of how you've been treating me. I'm lonely, and you gave my heart a push. You've been treating me like a dog treats some old bush. But someday I'll get even, wait and see. Someday I won't be so lonely. Someday you'll be down on your bended knee, and I'll be treating you just like you treated me. I'm lonely. I'm as lonely as can be. I'm lonely 'cause of how you've been treating me. I'm lonely, and I do wish I were free. You've been treating me like a dog treats some old tree. Couldn't be much worse. Speaking of being mistreated, here's a song from Mason Williams. You guys remember Mason Williams? I think he wrote Classical Gas, and he wrote dem poems that they used to do. He used to do dem poems maybe on Smothers Brothers. I think he was a comedy writer for the Smothers Brothers. And this one we used to sing at camp to the girls' staff. So I've known this one a long time too. I told you that I loved you, and you said that is good. I called you my darling, and I thought I always would. But now you've gone and left me, and I don't know where you're at. You done stomped on my heart, and you mashed that sucker flat. You done stomped on my heart, and you broke it all apart. Sweetheart, you just sorta mashed on my aorta. You started stepping out with guys. I felt us drift apart, and every step you took was a stomp upon my heart. This one makes me so sad. I only hope that someday, when you have got the blues, in some lonely room, you'll look down at your shoes and think about that tender heart you squashed beneath your soles when your young body craved good times and fancy clothes. You done stomped on my heart, and you broke it all apart. Sweet sweetheart, you just sorta mashed on my aorta. You started stepping out with guys. I felt us drift apart. And every step you took was a stone upon my heart. Makes me cry too. So, if you weren't here last week, you missed the best ever, but funny songs, but this is the second best that I know. We'll do this again. I've got more on my list. And have a request for a few repeats next time. All right, we'll do that. But it is now time for our hymn. You take a C and an R and an ESS, WIND, and that spells press swing, and it means paradise. You take a C and an R and an ESS, WIND, and that spells press swing. It's mighty nice. You don't cover a lot when you look on the map. But I wasn't studying geography while I was looking at my retirement map. You take a C R E S S WIND, and that spells grass wind. That's home to me, and that spells grass wind, and it means paradise. In Gainesville, Georgia, USA. Thank you all very much. We'll put together something for next week, and then there's that 60s night afterwards. So maybe we'll see if we can find enough more funny songs, and then we'll have a whole deal. And I'll repeat the one. Send me the ones you want me to repeat, and I'll do those for the people that want to hear. In the meantime, thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you. Great job. Good stuff. That was really good.